Hi, welcome to the quiz. You can answer along on quizalto.com, all for free. The exact URL of this quiz will be in the notes down below. Let's get started, good luck. Which AWS cost and usage report field shows if a resource is part of a free tier offer? Product/free tier. Line item/free trial and date. Bill/free tier eligibility. Line item/line item type. In some cases, the line item/line item type field will show free if a resource is covered under the AWS free tier, helping you track your free usage. Which AWS cost and usage report field shows the support plan level? Bill/support plan. Product/support level. Product/product name. Line item/line item type. For AWS support charges, the product/product name field will show the support plan level, like AWS support or AWS support. Which AWS cost and usage report field shows the cost center for a resource? Line item/cost center. Product/cost center. Bill/cost center. Resource tag/user cost center. If you've tagged your resources with a cost center tag, the resource tag/user cost center field will show this value, aiding in cost allocation to different departments or projects. Which AWS cost and usage report field indicates if a charge is recurring or one-time? Line item/charge type. Line item/line item type. Product/charge period. Bill/recurring charge. The line item/line item type field can show if a charge is recurring fee or a one-time fee, helping to distinguish between types of charges. Which field in the AWS cost and usage report indicates the invoice that a charge belongs to? Bill/invoice ID. Bill/bill reference number. Line item/invoice number. Line item/invoice reference. The bill/invoice ID field in the AWS cost and usage report shows which invoice a particular charge belongs to, helping to reconcile charges with specific invoices. What does the line item/tax type field in the AWS cost and usage report show? The type of tax applied, if any. The tax jurisdiction. The total tax amount. The tax rate applied. The line item/tax type field indicates the type of tax applied, such as GST or VAT, if any tax is charged on the line item, helping with tax reporting. Which AWS cost and usage report field shows the friendly name of an AWS resource? Product/product name. Line item/resource ID. Resource tag/user name. Line item/operation. The resource tag/user name field shows the friendly name of an AWS resource if you've applied a name tag, making it easier to identify resources in the report. What is the maximum historical data period that the AWS cost and usage report can provide? Up to the last 12 months. Up to the last 3 months. Up to the last 24 months. Up to the last 6 months. The AWS cost and usage report can provide historical data for up to the last 12 months, allowing you to analyze long-term cost trends and patterns. Which AWS cost and usage report field shows the CPU architecture of an EC2 instance? Product/instance processor. Line item/CPU type. Line item/instance architecture. Product/processor architecture. For EC2 instances, the product/processor architecture field indicates the CPU architecture, like x86_64 or ARM64, which can affect performance and cost. Which field in the AWS cost and usage report shows the purchase term for a reserved instance? Reservation/normalized units per reservation. Reservation/subscription ID. Reservation/modification status. Reservation/number of reservations. The reservation/modification status field can indicate the purchase term for a reserved instance, such as no modification for a standard term or specific changes if modified. Where can you store your AWS cost and usage report in AWS? Amazon EFS file system. Amazon EBS volume. Amazon DynamoDB table. Amazon S3 bucket. The AWS cost and usage report is stored in an Amazon S3 bucket of your choice, allowing for secure, scalable, and durable storage of your cost data. Which AWS cost and usage report field shows the payment option for a reserved instance? Reservation/reservation ARN. Product/payment term. Bill/payment method. Reservation/payment option. The reservation/reservation ARN can indicate the payment option for a reserved instance as part of its attributes, helping to understand your financial commitments. What does the product/SKU field in the AWS cost and usage report represent? The tier of the AWS service. The product family of the AWS service. The region of the AWS service. The unique stock keeping unit for the AWS resource. The product/SKU field provides a unique stock keeping unit for each AWS resource type, allowing for precise identification in pricing and billing. What does the line item/currency code field in the AWS cost and usage report indicate? The currency of the AWS region. The currency of your linked bank account. The default currency of your AWS account. The currency in which the line item is billed. The line item/currency code field shows which currency each line item is billed in, important if you have billing in multiple currencies. What does the line item/usage amount field in the AWS cost and usage report represent? The quantity of resources consumed. The cost in the account's currency. The cost in USD. The savings compared to on-demand pricing. The line item/usage amount field shows the actual quantity of a resource consumed, like GB for storage or hours for compute, helping to understand resource utilization. What does the line item/public on-demand rate field in the AWS cost and usage report indicate? The private on-demand rate for the resource. The reserved rate for the resource. The spot rate for the resource. The public on-demand rate for the resource. The line item/public on-demand rate field shows the standard on-demand rate for a resource, regardless of any discounts or commitments you have. What does the line item/legal entity field in the AWS cost and usage report represent? The billing address entity. The AWS entity you are contracting with. The tax registration entity. The AWS account owner's legal name. The line item / legal entity field shows which AWS legal entity you are contracting with, which can vary by region and is important for legal and tax purposes. What does the line item / line item description field in the AWS cost and usage report provide? The SKU of the line item. A human-readable description of the line item. The operation performed on the resource. The ID of the line item. The line item / line item description field offers a human-readable description of each line item, making it easier to understand what the charge is for without needing to interpret codes. What does the pricing / lease contract length field in the AWS cost and usage report show? The contract duration for a support plan. The commitment period for a savings plan. The rental period for a dedicated host. The term length for a leased resource. For leased resources like reserved instances, the pricing / lease contract length field shows the term length, helping to track long-term commitments. Which field in the AWS cost and usage report shows the start time of a billing period? Bill / start time. Line item / usage start date. Bill / billing period start date. Line item / billing start. The bill / billing period start date field indicates when the current billing period began, helping you align costs with specific time frames. What does the savings plan / total commitment field in the AWS cost and usage report indicate? The total duration of the savings plan. The total savings from the savings plan. The total upfront payment for the savings plan. The total hourly commitment of the savings plan. The savings plan / total commitment field shows the total hourly dollar commitment you've made for a particular savings plan, helping you track your commitment level. Which AWS cost and usage report field shows if a resource is covered by a reserved instance? Credit / credit ARN. Discount / discount ARN. Savings plan / savings plan ARN. Reservation / reservation ARN. The reservation / reservation ARN field, when present, indicates that a resource is covered by a specific reserved instance, identified by its Amazon resource name. What does the discount / discount applied count field in the AWS cost and usage report indicate? The percentage of discount applied. The number of eligible resources for the discount. The total amount of discount. The number of times a discount was applied. The discount / discount applied count field shows how many times a particular discount was applied, useful for tracking widespread or repeating discounts. What does the savings plan / savings plan effective cost field in the AWS cost and usage report represent? The list price before savings plan discount. The total commitment of the saving plan. The unused portion of the savings plan. The actual cost incurred under the savings plan. The savings plan / savings plan effective cost field shows the actual cost incurred for a resource under a savings plan, reflecting the discounted rate you're paying. What does the product / tenancy field in the AWS cost and usage report represent? The service level of the resource. The AWS account that owns the resource. The region that hosts the resource. The hosting model of the resource. For some resources like EC2, the product/tenancy field shows the hosting model, such as shared, dedicated, or host, which affects pricing. And that's a wrap. Thanks to everyone who participated. Remember, you can answer along on quizalto.com, where you can keep track of your progress and find much more quizzes. We hope you had a fun and challenging time. Until next time. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more. Hit the bell icon to be notified as soon as we upload. Please leave a comment if you have any thoughts or suggestions, and if you think this video is worth sharing with someone who could benefit from it, please forward a link to them. See you next time. Thanks for watching.